think that although you have this long list of 140 bills you've signed since coming into office.
And the number's going up, by the way, maybe even today, Michael.
All right. That you haven't tackled the hard stuff. The hard stuff is the fiscal mess that the state is in. We have a $60 billion pension shortfall, a $40 billion health insurance for public employee shortfall. The Senate President's task force thinks that we need another round of pension reform. You don't think so, I don't think. You chaired a pension reform task force.
That's how we met.
In 2006 for Governor Cody.
2005 and
2005 and 6. So you know the issue.
I know the issue.
But you're a public employee union guy, and you don't want to take anything away from future public employees.
I don't want to take anything away because it's not their fault. And so listen, the Senate President came up with a bunch of structural things, a long list of items. Some of those we agree with. Some of them we're studying, and some of them we just don't see things the same way. Well, I think we've got an enormous opportunity for shared services and being smarter about delivering the
Consolidating schools? Consolidating school
I think you got to be
districts?
open-minded to that, absolutely. But we've had for 9 months or six or 9 months, 2 retired mayors, one Democrat, one Republican, going up and down the state explicitly on trying to find smart shared services opportunities. There's a lot happening there.
Platt and Glatt.
Platt and Glatt, not picked for their names, but they're good men. But back to this. Listen, the structural realities that we inherited are real. The question is, how do you approach that? So do I want to make the pension obligation a smaller percentage of our overall budget? Yes, the answer is no question. I want to grow the denominator. I inherited a state that hadn't grown in 10 years. And I also want to remind everybody that folks in those public sector unions go to work every day. They are at the core of the middle class of the state. That's why we got elected, to rebuild the middle class.
So you're relying on economic growth. Should a recession be around the corner, you'd be in trouble politically.
Again, my politics I don't really care about. I want to do what's right to fix this state and get it on its feet. It's not just growth, though. I want to come back to this. So, for instance, we've already come up with close to $500 million in healthcare savings by working with the public sector unions over the next 2 fiscal years. That's real money. That's working with them. So I'm all in for finding smarter ways in healthcare, for instance, to deliver the same, if not better, healthcare at a rate that's lower, both for the individual and savings for the state. I'm all in for that. I'm not all in for cutting their benefits.
You think you can meet the full pension payment next year, which will go up to about $4 billion on a $37 billion budget?
We will continue to meet it, and that's our commitment.
You're off to Tanzania